Hello and welcome to this video where you'll be learning how you can create those promo videos for any brand that you like. To achieve this, we will follow three main steps. First, we will prepare our logo. We will then run the logo through Stable Diffusion and Controlnet, which you should both have installed. Then we also have a look at how to use LORA. And finally, we animate the images and then turn them into a nice video including audio. For the first step, I'm using a free tool called Irfanview. It allows us to add borders to an image. And also if we need to, we can change colors in an image. However, you only need to change the colors if your logo is not already in black and white, which is the case here. So we can skip that step first. We'll drag our logo into font view. We go to image, change canvas size, and there we can change the color of the borders. So we change that to white. We can also increase the borders. It's going to add to the left and to the right side, because we want a bit of a white screen here, and then we click on apply. We could either enter higher values, or we click on apply a lot until we get to a size which is good for us, and the logo should be as you see here, centered with a lot of white space around it. Next, we will turn our logo into a nice image by using Stable Diffusion and Controlnet. So we launch our web UI, scroll down to Controlnet, and we navigate to our logo, which we then drag and drop to the image field. We then set the control type to line art, which also changes the pre-processing and the model accordingly. And then we enable Controlnet before we can now test everything with a simple prompt such as crop circle. And you can see, even though it's not very pretty, it's doing something with the logo which is going in the right direction. So we generate a few more, and at least one of them resembles a crop circle with the Apple logo. So from here on, I'm mostly playing around with different checkpoints and prompts. You can find everything in the description. You need to download the models and put it in the right spot. Also, you need to copy the trigger words and paste it in the prompt. Also make sure that you have the right checkpoint selected. And now we're gonna have a look at how to use the LORA are basically small stable diffusion models that need to be activated and triggered via the prompt. Here in Automatic1111, you have a button below Generate that says Show Extra Networks. Once you click on it, you will see a list of LORAs that you have installed, and you activate one by clicking on it, which will then add the activation to the prompt. Here's the LORA I am using for the rest of this video. You need to download it and put it in the right folder. And also make sure that the trigger words are in the prompt. In our case, since we are using the same LORA as the actual checkpoint, the trigger from the checkpoint is also the trigger for the LORA. So we are good to go, and we'll just remove the crop circle from our prompt and see what it gives us. And as you can see, only in one of the images, the logo is clearly visible. So we need to make some adjustments, and we do so by scrolling down, and we can adjust the control weight. So generally, if the logo doesn't come through as clear as you want to, you need to increase the control weight, otherwise you'll lower it. But this is heavily dependent on the checkpoint, the LORA and prompt that you use. But you can see right away, now we are getting some images where the logo is clearly visible. If you're generating a lot of AI images, you probably know that changing the format of a picture has quite an effect on the quality of the generated images. So I'm trying some portrait mode image generations here, and I thought they work even a bit better than these create ones. However, I was able to achieve the best results with the realistic vision checkpoint and more sophisticated prompt. As you can see, those images look really nice. And whenever you find one that you like, make sure that you skate it. You do so by sending the image to extras, select an upscale and the con generate. So since I found a prompt that works, I just kept on generating more images. As you can see, there's some not so nice ones, but there's also many really nice pictures. So yeah, just keep on generating and eventually you'll get what you want. Here, I'm using the ref animated checkpoint to create some colorful logo designs out of this black and white logo that we used as input. Next, we'll animate the images for that purpose. I am using an app called Motionleap. To be honest, I hope that soon we'll be able to use AI for that purpose as well. But until then I will stick with Motionleap since it's really easy to use and it gives you quite a few options to make the images look like video, but there's other apps as well that let you do the same thing. Now that you're done animating, you will end up with a couple of video files that we now in our final step want to combine into one video with some nice audio. I'm using iMovie for that. It's free on Apple devices and it also comes with some music that is automatically adjusted to the length of your video. Once you've found a song that you like and that suits the video, you just drag it onto the timeline. So here the audio stops a bit too soon. If that's the case, you can just add another clip to the end. And we will then cut that after we're done with the video. I want to thank these Twitter users Will Gibson and RC for sharing their knowledge and making me aware of what's possible with ControlNet. And while I was editing this video, Will Gibson posted a quick reference guide where you can basically see how does my input logo affect the output. So definitely check out their accounts, and in case you haven't noticed, this isn't my real voice. I'm using an AI voice. If you're interested in how that works, please check out other video where I'll show you how to train and use an AI voice. So for the final seconds of this video, I actually played around with AI music generation for the first time. Please let me know what you think about it. Otherwise, I hope you learned something new in this video. If you did, please give me a like or subscribe and I'll see you next time.